This is a story all about Samuel. And yes, he's a sausage. Samuel sat on the breakfast plate with his pals Braden the bacon, Ernie the egg, Fred the fried bread, and the twins Tom and Tammy the tomatoes. What did the bacon say to the egg? Asked Fred, who was always telling jokes. No one knew. Lean over and tell us a yolk, he laughed. Oh, you mean lean like bacon and yolk like joke, laughed Samuel too, and he laughed so much he fell off the plate and bounced a few times on the floor. Oh dear, they all chorused. Come on, Samuel, get back up here. How? Wailed Samuel. Bounce, they all replied. So Samuel tried. Boing, 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 he bounced and went high in the air, only to land headfirst in the butter. Squelch! And then he slipped and slid and landed on the floor again. Boing, boing, boing. He bounced so high, he landed headfirst in the marmalade. Ugh! He exclaimed, jumping out. And, landing on the floor again, he let out a big cry for help. Help! Just then, Crankworth the cat strolled in and looked greedily at poor helpless Samuel. Now everyone knows that most cats like sausages, but Crankworth, he really loved sausages to eat. I'll help you, little sausage, he purred. Jump into my mouth. Oh, don't do it, Sam, he'll eat you all up, called his friends from the plate. You wouldn't do that, would you? Asked Samuel. Who, me? Smiled Crankworth, with a wicked look in his eyes. Don't listen to him, called his friends. Don't listen to them, purred Crankworth, and he opened his mouth very wide. Now what do you think Samuel should do? Would you jump into Crankworth's wide open mouth? No, not for all the coconuts in Constantinople, but Samuel was going to. Silly Billy Samuel. Then Tom and Tammy had an idea, and like a couple of footballs, they bounced off the plate and landed heavily on Crankworth's head. Meow! Oh, growled Crankworth, going spiky all over, and he raced out of the kitchen, sending Samuel flying as he went. Poor Samuel started bouncing again. Boing, boing, boing. And he bounced so high, he landed in the teapot spout. Get out of my spout, she protested, sounding nasal. But I'm stuck, replied Samuel from somewhere inside. And everyone started giggling. Samuel didn't like being giggled at, and he didn't like being stuck in the teapot spout. The teapot didn't like it much either. So Tom and Tammy came to the rescue again. They bounced up and grabbed hold of Samuel's feet, and they pulled and they pulled. So much so that Samuel stretched and got thinner and thinner until out he popped. Oh, thank you, he said, feeling pretty tall. In fact, he was pretty tall. In fact, he was probably the tallest sausage in the world. Come on, time to get back, called his friends. But Samuel found that being so tall took a bit of getting used to. And what was worse, he'd lost his bounce. Oh, look, don't get upset, called Braden. Reach up and think very tall. So while Samuel thought of very tall things like giants, giraffes, chimneys, Brendan said to the others, "Hold on to me and I'll lean over and pull Samuel up." But the trouble was, he still couldn't quite reach. Think of something really tall, they called. Like the Empire State Building, replied Samuel, and that did the trick, as they hauled him back up onto the plate. Well, was that a bacon joke when you said, "Lean over"? Asked Samuel, and they all laughed. But not so they fell off the plate. The end.